Today we are joined by Luke Chmilenko. Welcome, Luke.
Hi, it's good to see everyone here. I'm very happy to be here with you today.
Me too.
We are super excited to take you behind the scenes of Ashen Online and dive into Luke's world of ideas. Luke, before you started writing, you used to spend your days hunting down computer viruses in IT security. But then you switched to writing about orcs and goblins. What prompted that change and how has it changed your life?
Uh, well, hugely to say the least. So back for my own education, I originally was an IT security specialist. That's what I went to school for. That's everything I studied. I mean, I was the computer guy growing up. I did everything from tech support to help desk stuff. That's where all my part-time jobs were, and I just ended up specializing in that industry. And then I worked for the local government here in Canada. And then from there, I transitioned to college. And kind of as I got older and what do you call it, just went through all those stages. I had a lot of time to read. I had a long commute on average. So that just gave me lots of reading time. And then eventually my commute turned into shift work, where I was basically on standby, just doing, just typical IT stuff, right? And depending on how much time you have on to work on a problem, you're either very, very busy or you're waiting for a problem to come up and pull your legs out from under you, right? So that in general, so that just gave me a huge opportunity to read. I was an absolutely crazy reader. I was one of those guys that would, finish a book a day or a book every other day. I was crazy. But anyway, at some point, as things happen, I ran out of stuff to read. I mean, I just devoured everything that I could find that I enjoyed, and then I was struggling to find stuff that I liked. And around
Hmm.
that time is when kind of the lit RPG genre started up, kind of in its infancy. I mean, it was there were kind of a handful of writers that were kind of there before me, and we had some of the kind of the original founding like mangas and stuff. So I mean, if anybody's familiar with
Mhm.
Legendary Moonlight Sculptor, I mean, you had some of the animes like Dot Hack and Sword Art Online. That was all we had. I mean, in terms of inspiration, right? And a lot of people were working off of that. So it got to the point where I got kind of bored, and I said, well, what if I started writing on my own short story, you know what I mean? So I ended up started writing the first draft of what eventually would become Ascend Online. I kind of went back and forth, wrote a couple introductions, kind of, played at it, you know what I mean? It wasn't too serious until one day I just decided, well, let's give this a shot. And you know what I mean? Like kind of wrote 15 chapters and I said, let's post it and let's see what people think about it, right?
Okay.
So originally I posted it on a website called Royal Road. It exists today. It's huge now. It's basically the go-to place to write kind of lit RPG and progression fantasy and just kind of fun fiction that's kind of more geared towards that kind of genre of an audience. And I think within like the first 2 weeks, I think I've had almost 1,000 people following me on the story
Mhm.
of Ascend Online. They said, "Oh, it was great. It was, it's super exciting. Haven't seen anything like this before." And then, of course, from my perspective, I'm like, "Oh, I got to actually finish writing this, right?" So, um, that gave me a lot of the incentive of saying like, well, okay, well, people don't hate me, you know what I mean? People don't hate what I'm writing. I got a lot of good feedback. I felt really good about it. And then so I believe that was in March of 2016. I already had the 15 chapters done. I posted it around then. And then I basically devoted every single waking moment that I wasn't at work to writing. And I finished the first draft of Ascend Online in September, I believe. I turned around and edited it to my best ability, found a cover, did everything, and published it in October of 2016. And it took off. I mean, it was ridiculous. I mean, I had no idea what to expect. I published it on Amazon, no frame of reference for expectation, and then got an absolutely fantastic reception for it. I mean, from my perspective, I didn't even know like how do you publish money, book and make money, right? And I'm like, oh well,
Mhm.
it actually did make money, and like, oh, you can make money off of this. So it's like it was a huge eye opener because I came in with no expectations whatsoever, no real understanding of what self-publishing was, right? I mean, you think back then, but you really don't, right? So I did that, and then after that, I kind of had the bug. I mean, I sat down and I planned out where I wanted to go with the rest of the story. had a bunch of ideas. Again, didn't really know what I was doing. And once I got into January, I started on both Legacy of the Fallen and Hell to Pay, both at the same time. And I kind of wrote them in parallel to one another. I think I ended up focusing on Hell to Pay because it was the easiest story to kind of work on and do in terms of what was fresh in my mind. That was one of the side stories that kind of supported a lot of the background stuff that was happening in Hell to Pay. And I think I wrote that in like 3 months, which was absolutely crazy considering what where I'd come from and how long it took me to do that. And then I put that out into the world, and I shifted all my energy to Legacy of the Fallen. And I think I published and wrote that. I sent that out in January of 2018. And at that point, things went gangbusters. I mean, it was absolutely crazy. The reception for all three books together was nothing like I ever expected.
Cool.
It was crazy. And then I basically came to the decision where it's just like I was fortunate enough to be making enough money from writing that I was able to take the jump and go to full-time writing. I resigned from my IT security job, and since February of 2018, I've been writing full time. So I mean,
Cool.
it's getting close to being 10 years now, right? So I mean, 10
Mhm.
years of writing all the time, and almost 10 years of full time authoring, which is crazy as
Wow.
we're getting there, right? So, but it's been huge. I mean, it's since then. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't even I've lost count on how many books. I think I have 28 books published now. I think I finished 32
Mhm.
in total. So yeah,
Okay.
it's been a blur. It's been a blur of stuff
Yeah.
since then. So
Yeah,
I
but you know
absolutely
what?
love it.
The funny thing is that how you started off, it's like you would have done it in the IT business. It was kind of a proof of concept, and it totally turned out to
Yep.
be a hit.
Yeah, it turned it out. Yeah, just see, I was having fun at the beginning, and then how do you say? I was having fun at the beginning, and then I turned my hobby into a career.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
So
That's
cool.
great.
it worked out. It worked out, right? So no, it was a really good experience.
Yeah. But it's the same with us. So,
Oh, absolutely, right? Yeah, you test it out, you see how it's working, you figure
uh-huh.
out what parts you like or you don't like, and if
Yeah.
you need
Yeah.
help, I feel that's the biggest thing, right? Is people don't realize how much help you might need, and just improving your skills. I mean,
Yeah.
going from working with what do you call code and all the intrusion detection systems and stuff you do in security, and then being
Mhm.
like, how do I get art? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's such a simple question. Be like, okay, well, here's where you look to get art. Here are the questions you ought to ask. And oh man, that's just like if you've never done it before. I mean, that's just breaking your ground, right? And
Yeah.
you learn everything that's involved in that, and it's huge,
Yes.
huge learning
Wow.
curve.
So cool. Okay, next question. Writing and publishing is a tough industry to be part of. How do you manage its complexities and keep consistent with not only your work, but also your mental health?
So I mean, this took me a long time to learn. I had a lot of missteps. But I'll say like first of all is planning. Like when I first started off writing Ascend Online and even some of the a good chunk of the other books, I was not a planner in any regards. I mean, I would throw time at it. I mean, I had the luxury of time. So I mean, working at it, I mean, I basically started off doing, you know, 10, 12, sometimes 13-hour days of just, you sit in front of your computer and you're like, you write a little bit, no, use grid,
Yes.
you write a little bit less, you write a little bit more, delete some of it, keep writing, going back and forth. And that worked. That worked for a while. And but at the end of the day, it took its toll. Like, I mean, I got to the point where, finishing every single book was really crippling burnout. You'd spend, 6 months writing a book, then I wouldn't basically be able to look at doing really any real work for 3 months, right? I mean, you just feel so tired, you feel so worn out, and
Mhm.
that didn't work. I mean, so that kind of hurt, especially when you get the pressure of kind of publish or die, or constant work work work. But eventually, I mean, I got a bit better perspective from other authors. I got a heck of a lot of support and encouragement from my wife, who took on a lot of the administrative stuff. She's my go-to catch-all admin and scheduling person. She lets me know what needs to get done and what needs to happen. She keeps me on track. So I mean, without her taking over a lot of the publishing responsibilities nowadays, I just wouldn't be able to do it, right? I mean, I mean, you of all people know how much is the post-production and pre-production stuff
Yes.
work comes in, right? And that is its own job in its own right. I mean, that's why publishers exist, right? And I love being able to focus on the creative part, but
Hmm.
yeah, no, planning is the biggest part. I mean, I become an outliner. I become one of those crazy outliners where I pretty much write like an entire draft of the story before I even start doing it. I know what's going to happen in every single chapter. I know how the story is going to end. I might even know how the series is going to end. And I mean, fortunately it doesn't destroy the mystery for me, but it lets me be consistent of saying, okay, well, I have a road I can follow. Sometimes I can step away from the road and I can go explore, but I know where I need to come back to.
Mm.
And it's just it's eliminated me feeling burnt out. I actually do schedule fun now, so I mean that is I mean it does take the mystery out of it too. But I mean I no longer work 13-hour days. I usually work anywhere from 4 to 6, and I can get twice as much done as I used to, which is fantastic. And I get to I get to see my kids. I get to watch
Mm.
shows. I get to play video games, and I get to go out and do things and take vacations. I mean, it's planning is the one thing that has saved me, and I recommend that if any author, writer, or just in general, if you're having a struggle, then I would say plan. Set yourself some realistic goals. Worry about hitting those realistic goals consistently before you decide to raise them. And I will say, like, is make sure to schedule fun. Like, I mean, you're not like writing could be fun. It can be all sorts of fun, but at some point, it does become work. And I mean, you need to fill your bucket, whether
Mm.
that's taking vacations, going on trips, playing
Yeah.
games, reading other books. Like, have after I started doing that, basically the more I started spending time not writing, the more fun I started having. So it works out, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, no, that was
Cool.
the biggest change.
Yeah, and you said it. You're both a gamer and an author. If you had to give up one for a whole month, only writing or only gaming, which side of yourself would you miss more?
So I guess many readers will know this. Depending on when this interview comes on, we recorded this on Silk Song Day. So many of you who follow the gaming world know how big Silk Song is, and it's been much awaited for the last 7 years. So I will preface this answer on today. I would absolutely give up writing. Everybody who knows Silk Song, 100% knows that's the right answer.
Mhm.
But in case you're watching this past Silk Song Day, when we've all beaten it and enjoyed it, yeah, no, writing is my passion. I mean, I enjoy doing it. It's such a big focus in everything, and I just enjoy it. I mean, it's such because I've been be able to have such a good schedule with it. I look forward to doing it. It's not a dragon in the bottom of a layer that I need to slay every single day, right? I mean, I just sit down. I can put my time in, and I enjoy putting that time in. Be like, okay, well, I've had my 2 writing sessions for the day, and I've gotten a chapter and a half done or 2 chapters done today, whatever it ends up being for the day, right? And then I feel good, and I don't feel like I no longer have that impending sense of failure when you go to bed, right? And you're like, oh, I didn't get enough done today. I'm just like,
Yes.
no, I'm on track
Yeah.
today. It
Yeah.
feels great. I feel good. Tomorrow's going to be another day. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I know where the road is going, and I don't. Yeah, no, it's like
You can
coming home
make
to
your
a friend
own
every day.
plans.
Exactly, right? It
Yeah.
feels good. So
Yeah.
I say so on
And
any other
flowing
day,
with
but
the
so Silk
flow.
Song Day, it feels good, right?
Yeah,
So
and working should never feel like slaying a dragon.
oh,
So
exactly, right. I mean,
it should always
there'll
look
always be some
positive.
tough there'll always be tough spots, no matter what, right? I mean, there'll always be some tough spots, but it's what do you call it? You just find a way to find your joy in it, find joy in overcoming the challenges, and just don't
Mm.
let it eat you. Sometimes taking a break is the right answer. Sometimes working on something different is the right answer, and yeah, just kind of figure out where you can go with it.
Cool.
Mm.
Thank you. Okay, next question. What's a completely useless skill or talent you have that secretly makes you proud?
Yeah, so back when I was in my school days, I was one of those pen flippers. I could do all the tricks with my
Ah,
hand and
cool.
the pens. Now that ever since I kind of no longer in school, and I have to actually pay attention to things. I can't really actually do it that well. I was actually practicing to see if I could do it, and I absolutely can't. I just like chucked my pen a few times, people to do it, but that was my claim to fame. I could do all the tricks. I can send it from my first hand all the way down to my pinky, send it back up, and just doing. I couldn't do it with my left hand. I could only do it with my right hand. But
Okay.
yeah, no, that was the best thing that I could do. I really enjoyed all the tricks I can. But no, that was my claim to fame until I didn't have it anymore.
Cool.
Very cool. You have to be quick with your hands when you're a gamer, right?
Oh yeah. Well, you got to survive. You got to survive. Those reflexes save you for everything, right? You can pull yourself out of a bad situation.
Yeah. That's true. Cool.
Okay, next question. If you could change one social rule and make it completely normal, what would it be? For example, eating dessert before dinner.
Oh, that's a good one. I have a lot of things I could say about this one, but the big one that honestly I had to learn is that it's okay to get things wrong. It's okay to fail, and I feel like especially for writing, a lot of the sentiment I get from a lot of authors is they say like, oh, oh, this didn't go well. Oh, I have to scrap this, draft. I have to do this or whatever, and I don't know. I've always had the mindset, or I've recently developed the mindset is it's okay to get things wrong. You know what I mean? And I
Mhm,
think that once I accepted that, I found that my work improved. Sometimes you have to test things out. Sometimes you have to build the road before you realize that it's not right. You know what I mean? Like
mm,
I've been a ton of times where I've gotten halfway through a draft and I say, well, okay, well, this chunk of story doesn't work. You know what I mean? It's like it's not taking me to where I want to go, and instead of feeling crushed about it or worn out about it, I take it as I take it objectively. I'm saying, okay, like, can I go back? Can I make changes? Can I adjust this? Can I save this for later? And I've yet to find, it's a situation where I need to bin stuff. You know what I mean? Like in the past when I worked on my earlier novels, there have been so many cases where I've had to bin work, toss it out, and it wasn't even salvageable, and that hurt my energy quite a lot. It would be,
mm,
a month's worth of effort, down the drain or whatever. But in more recent days, I have much more, a healthier perspective, I like to think. And then I can always reuse stuff if it doesn't suit me now. Maybe it suits in the next book. Maybe it suits,
mhm,
somewhere else, even in a different project. If you can retool something that you've already written to suit a different project. I think getting that through, so it's okay to always it's okay to try, it's okay to fail, and it's okay to correct.
mhm.
I mean, that's the biggest thing I can think of.
Yeah. And problems are there to be solved, aren't they?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you can't let them know. Nothing will ever be perfect, right? I mean,
Yes.
and nothing will go forever, right? So I mean, you gotta make the most of what you got in the moment, and yeah, just make it work for you rather than be crushed if it doesn't work out.
Mhm,
Wow. So glad we recorded that because that's something every one of us should tell our children
mhm,
because these are like wisdoms of life, but
Absolutely, right?
so useful.
I regret it taking me so long to learn it, but as soon as I did,
mhm.
all the stress in my heart went away. It certainly is certainly not as
Good.
big of a problem anymore.
Yeah.
Mhm,
So valuable. Thank you.
Yeah.
Next question. You created worlds where players can respawn. If you had the chance to respawn in your world, where would you start and what starter item would you want in your inventory?
Well, you're asking me this now, and that would definitely be a beach or pool somewhere in the Caribbean. That would be perfect. I'm down for a vacation. I would love to have that. Maybe with a cold drink in my inventory, or one of those hotel passes that nobody can tell me I
mhm,
can't go somewhere. So that would be really on point. But I mean, like I say, it's a funny thing to be able to choose where you want, and I mean, to some extent, like I mean. My home is great. I mean, you make your home fantastic. You know what I mean? You enjoy where you are. But no, I like traveling. I like traveling for vacations. I mean, that's the best place. I like having the new experiences, especially since what do you call, my kids are getting slightly older. We can travel. I can show them all the new places. They're interested in seeing new places. So that's a huge plus for all of us. So And coming from Canada, we have plenty of opportunity to have cold weather. So I mean, that's enough. So I mean, any place warm is great. My wife and I especially love the Caribbean. We've been all over the place there and have lots of awesome memories. So that's always our go-to place when we want to have a nice trip or a nice vacation.
Cool.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So where have you been in the Caribbean?
Uh, Honestly, almost everywhere. So
Okay.
we've done the big stuff. We've done Cuba, the Bahamas. We've done
Oh,
Saint Lucia. We've done Antigua. We've done Mexico a couple times. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I'm forgetting?
okay.
We've visited some of the smaller islands on some day trips.
Okay.
I
Trinidad,
think
Tobago.
not yet. That's on our list. We want to do that, and we want to
Uh,
go to Saint Kitts and Saint Martin. So or Saint Martin.
okay.
That's our next big places. We've done Dominican Republic.
Nice.
Yeah, we really enjoyed Saint Lucia, and we really enjoyed the Bahamas, especially. So I mean,
Mm,
those were like some of our favorite trips. So we've done Jamaica a couple times. Um, yeah, I like to go to Turks
okay.
and Caicos. So I mean, yeah, it's I know it's not there especially, but yeah, no, I mean we're ready to visit everywhere.
Mm.
Punch your card for every single place.
So you always see wonderful places around
Absolutely.
the world.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. We
Okay.
fallen in love with there, and once we have the kids being a little older, we definitely want to go to Europe
Uh-huh.
and just see everything. It just what do you call it? They need to have a little bit more walking power in their legs to
Uh-huh.
make the vacation
How old
worthwhile.
are
But
your kids now?
they are 5 and 3, so
Ah,
they're getting there.
okay.
They got some
Small.
energy. They got some energy in them. But yeah,
Hmm.
once before we do a big trip, we're hoping that they can get a little older and withstand all the walking that we want to
Teenagers.
do before their
Yeah.
legs fall off.
Ah,
Right.
okay.
Makes sense, yes. Cool.
So let's continue. You're a gamer at heart. Gamers love Easter eggs. Those hidden references only a few spot. Have you hidden any secret lot like that in your books for hardcore readers to discover?
Absolutely. I mean, especially in Ascend Online, excuse me, readers who have are gamers and everything, especially older gamers, you will find a ton of EverQuest references in the Ascend Online. There's so many of them that I've buried in there over the years. Some of them are much more in your face than others, and others are very, very subtle inside jokes that if you were
Mm.
a longtime EverQuest player, you'll probably find them. Across some of the other books, I mean, I have some cartoon references. I have a few, Simpsons references, Futurama references.
Mhm.
I have lots of like even so many more game references across all like popular fiction, whether it's just a character
Mhm.
popping in that shares a similar name and stuff like that. But or even other references from other people's books. We have a pretty
Yeah, cool.
closely tight-knit community in the greater what do you call it, the refugee sphere. So it's always funny to put a silhouette of another character from another main character
Mhm.
that might be just passing through the area or something like that. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun to do.
Sounds cool. Okay. Um, you've built epic solo worlds, but imagine switching on co-op mode. If you teamed up with another lit RPG author, who would you invite to the party, and who would you have to tank for you? Who would have to tank for you?
Yeah, that's an awesome question. There's so many nice people here in our genre, and I've had the opportunity to work with them because a good chunk of my works are co-writes. So I mean, in terms of people who I've really enjoyed working with, there's a big standouts for Harmon Cooper and my good friend GD Penman. His name is Gray. But we worked a bunch together. So Harmon and I have a new series that'll be coming out soon called Forged. That'll be coming out next month in October. And then Gray and I have worked on Savage Dominion and Hat Trick, which has been just like a ton of fun. We've had so much work or so much fun working on those two projects, especially Hat
Oh,
Trick.
cool.
It's just like a comedy through and through. So I mean, it's a good chance for us to flex our funny
Mm.
bone and just have a riot with the book in itself. So I mean, we had such a great time in doing stuff like that, and they've been
Mm.
fantastic. And Even past that, I've had a wonderful opportunity to work with Alex Knight and Bryce O'Connor for our respective books, Paragon and Iron Prince and Mark of Kings. I mean, those have just been fantastic. So I mean, those are all my buddies. We've had such a good time in working with all of our stuff together. And honestly, I'm just interested to kind of see what's
Yeah,
next.
that's great.
Yeah, the co-writes have been a lot of fun, exposing me to just different writing styles. And I mean, I tend to get bored if I'm writing the same thing over and over again. So they've been great in pushing me for
Hmm.
just like seeing how they think. I mean, it's you can get in a very big tunnel if you do the same thing over and over again. All your work
Yes.
starts to sound the same. So
Yeah.
it's taught me how to change my style from series to series. So I really enjoy that.
Okay.
Mm.
And are you like meeting in video conferences to chat, or
Yep.
how do
Yeah,
you do that?
everything. We all live around the world. So I mean, Harman is
Mhm.
in Portugal now. Gray is in Scotland. Alex is in Texas, I believe, and Bryce, I believe, is in New York now. So I mean, yeah, we're all over the world, and we chat online. I mean, the world is so small through email and WhatsApp,
Yes.
and we pick up the phone and call each other and ramble for ages to make sure we know what we're doing and pass a bunch of drafts back and forth and kind of hash things out. So I mean, yeah, no, it's never been easier to keep in touch and work together no matter what kind of distance you have between you. And
Yeah.
it helps that
Hmm.
we're all we're all very seasoned, so we all know what the work to do at this point is. So we can get to it pretty easy.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
Okay, let's keep going. You deal with patch notes all the time in IT and gaming. If you could patch your own life, what would the version update look like? Which three buffs would you add right away?
Well, quality of life is huge for me, right? I mean, I think everyone can agree with these patch notes. So, I mean, number one is no back pain. Back pain has been removed for everybody. That's pretty. I think that'd be pretty solid and very well
Mhm.
appreciated. For myself, I mean, I would be greedy. So, I mean, I'm a big coffee drinker. So, I mean, I would say as coffee has the same effect as water now. So, I mean, you don't need to worry about getting the jitters and needing to stop drinking too early. So I mean that's would be right on point. And then I think everyone can sympathize with my last change is you always wake up fully rested every morning, no matter how much sleep you got.
Yeah.
So that would be like right on point. You know what I mean? Wake up every day. No longer tired. Sleep for an hour. It's all you need. Perfect, right? So yeah, no, that would be solid. Just make every day a little bit more clearer and enjoy the things you like. That's right on point.
Hmm.
You're a genius. I would
Me
take all three
too.
of them.
Absolutely right. It's just
So cool.
pretty
Yes.
cool. So important to maintain your health, and all those pesky things just get in your way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. Thank you. Um, Last question. Every gamer knows the rage quit. Have you ever hit a rage quit moment while writing, or where you almost slammed the laptop shut? And what pulled you back to keep it going?
Yeah, I mean, this is a very real thing, and I actually kind of pull it really close to burnout, because you spend so long. I mean, no matter what, writing isn't something that you do in a day or in a week. Writing is something that, at a minimum, is measured in months, and sometimes even in years. And it's really easy to get unrealistic expectations of how you should perform, just in terms of your
Mhm.
productivity and then how your book should perform, because you can get really far into comparisonitis and kind of
Mhm.
figure out, why are certain books succeeding when,
Mhm.
objectively they are not great, you know what I mean? Or like why are people, interpreting this way when it's, really obvious that it just shouldn't be, you know what I mean? Or it's obvious to you that it shouldn't be. So especially early in the career, it's really easy to get caught up in that vacuum. It's like, are you working enough? Is your productivity enough? What are the readers telling you? Are the readers telling you that you're too slow? Are the readers not understanding what you're trying to say? Or did you miss some mark? You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Even if it is something that your own perception, you just got it wrong. You didn't think of something and like, oh, there's a plot hole. You know what I mean? You're just like, you gotta just roll with it, right? So I mean, there was a lot of that in the early day, right? I mean, it's easy to get the voice and the words to kind of get too much for you, and then you kind of wonder, it's like, oh, why am I doing this? You know what I mean? Like, why am I spending all my energy and time doing something that's bringing me so much frustration? And especially when you're in the early days, I devoted so much time to it, right? And like, how dare someone tell me I'm slow when I'm spending 10 hours a day on this, right? It's just like, is this
Yeah.
worth is it worth what I'm giving up on it, right? So um, I mean, in terms of it took me a long time to learn from that. I mean, there's no real one solution to kind of that pulled me from the brink because like I said, everyone does contemplate. Do I want to do this for the rest of my life and career? You know what I mean? Is this something that was this just a phase of my life? Am I just going to wind it down? And eventually, it's like a lot of encouragement from my wife. Really just kind of split up my day and take up a lot of the stuff that was not fun for me. You know what I mean? She just we had more. Conversations about what parts of writing did I like, what parts didn't I like, would it help if she took on some stuff, that I have to get an assistant to take on some stuff, kind of
Mm-hmm.
the whole picture of stuff. And then once I actually focused in on the act of writing, if all that I need to
Mm-hmm.
worry about is writing and just focus on doing words, I fell in love with it again. I mean, that was the biggest thing, right? So I mean, I don't let the comments from the readers necessarily get to me that much. I don't let myself stray too far from
Yes.
actually doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I sit down and do the work, it's great. I mean, like I don't need to worry about having voices in my ear about, is it fast enough? Is it good enough? Is it anything?
Yeah.
It's now I just focus as, did I hit my goals for the day? Is it finished? Am I doing what I need to get done? And yeah, I'm happy. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been a huge change over the last 2 years. I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
especially, it's just like the kids are a little older. I'm able to devote consistent time, to it,
Mm-hmm.
and even less time overall. So I can get all the work done that I need to get done in such a fraction of the amount of the time because I'm better at planning, I'm better at writing, I'm better with my expectations, and all I need to do is just
Mm-hmm.
sit down and it happens, right?
Yeah.
So it's wonderful.
Yes, and opinions and tastes vary. So,
Oh, absolutely, right? And you accept that. You accept, I mean, it's like we sell entertainment, right? I mean, at the end of the day, the entertainment is not only do you have to do the right thing, but I mean, it's
yeah.
also you have to at the right time. I'm sure everybody in the world can pick out something that they don't like that is popular and be like, why? You know what I mean? Like, what is it about that? Like, what am I
Mm-hmm.
missing? Is there a different version that they're seeing that I'm not seeing? There's experiences that we share that's different, and at the end it just ends up being it's like some things you're allowed to like and some things you're allowed to dislike, and you just do your best to
Yeah.
kind of find the things that you do like and just roll with it, right?
Yeah, that's true. So true.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you have a little family business with your wife and you like
Yeah,
being,
yeah, I've been very fortunate. I mean, with how the writing took off, my wife was able to transition from her job as well. She basically run the publishing company that we have here together, and I truly just wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to do it without her. I mean, does all the catch all stuff in terms of just keeping me on track and letting me do the writing. Because I mean, every time I've been unhappy with publishing in general, it's been when I haven't been able to write. I mean, like I said, I've been able to juggle the co-writes and all that kind of stuff, and it's what do you call it? It takes a lot of time. I mean, just planning and doing all the administrative stuff, kind of sourcing the cover arts and the editing, and there were entire quarters, for even 4 or 5 months where I just would never actually have time to write. All I would be doing is just
Mm-hmm.
planning out co-writes, doing my pieces on the co-writes, and doing all the administrative stuff. And of course, as soon as I'd have a spare amount of time, I would just get sick, and the kids would bring home a plague or whatever, and we'd be down and out, and then someone
Mm-hmm.
would hand something in, and I'd go back into the editing process, and I just kind of lost sight of what I really enjoyed out of it. So then once we started prioritizing a bit more of the actual stuff that I really love, then it's just become so easy. So that's absolutely effortless now compared to all the struggles in the early days of writing.
yeah, that sounds great. But not every couple would be able to do that together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Oh no, yeah, it's fortunate enough our personalities overlap, and we're able to do that. So I say if you can do it, that's great. If you can't, then I would say there's no shame in asking for help, and
Yeah.
whether that help is going to a publisher to help the publisher take on some of that work, that works. If it's hiring an assistant to that specializes in just managing all this kind of stuff, that works as well. I mean, it's the best part of being self-published or being a hybrid author and stuff like that is you have a lot of options for you just to help with your workload and just take care of what you want to do. So I'll say it's find out what works for you. There's no one size solution that fits all, and just make sure that you have fun with it. I mean, without fun, you're going to burn out, and that's not a fun way to be.
Yeah.
Burning out is a really long road to recovery if you really do yourself in. So do anything you can to avoid that. That's my
Yeah.
recommendation.
Yeah. And I mean, if you burn for something, there's always the possibility to burn out. So everyone
Yep.
who's doing what he loves knows that, I guess.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. Find a good balance.
Yeah.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. Find your pace. Find your pace. Find and stick to it.
That's true.
Yeah, it was very nice and interesting to hear your thoughts on the various topics today.
Thank
Oh, no,
you,
not a
Luke.
problem. Thank you for having me.